What's going on, YouTube? It's been a while since I've uploaded anything. I just want to give you a little review on my new 636 2016. I've had it for about 2 months, and I have 27. I don't know. Let's see. I have 2725 on the odometer, 2,700 miles. So I have some seat time on it. Haven't done too many mods so far. I just have a fender eliminator kit in the back, some Shogun frame sliders, and the nice thing about the 636 is that any frame slider that you get is going to be no cut, because as you can see, the bolt that the sliders will bolt into, there's already a hole in the fairing, cut by the factory. Like, that's just how they were designed. I think it's just because the 636 is a popular stunt bike. I think they did that on purpose so that it's easier for people to mount stunt cages on there and whatnot. So that's a big plus to this, to having this bike. You can get frame sliders that are, that are straight. You don't have to get the mounting bracket that turns off to the side that can break off and stuff. So it's nice and solid. But let's see. Other than that, I just have some new grips, and that is, oh yeah, also, how could I forget, Yoshimora RS Exhaust, which makes it sound awesome. It's not too loud. It changes the tone, so it's really nice. Let me give you a sound test right here. I'll rev it up to about 10 grand. So there you go. It's not too loud when you're low in the RPMs, but it screams a bit when you get up there, which is nice. I love the Cowie green, the KRT paint scheme, fully adjustable suspension, which comes decent from the factory. You just need to tweak it to your weight and to your riding style. Oh yeah, I also have some new headlights, some LED headlights. So overall it's really smooth. I like how it's got a little bit more power down low because of the extra 36 cc's, and combined with the way that they tune the engine, I think it's tuned a little bit differently than most 600s, or 600 class bikes, I should say. The brakes are incredible, but they don't bite too soon. Like, if you just want to kind of ease onto them, they don't really bite until you squeeze hard, but once you do, they really, really stop you. The brakes are awesome, and they're just, you just have a couple of Nissan two-piston calipers on the front. You don't need Brembos to stop on a dime. These brakes are awesome. I'm not sure what kind of pads they have on them, but they're really sweet. So far, I've gotten it up to about 164. I think there's a little bit more. I think it has a little bit more, a little more than that as far as top speed goes, but I just haven't had enough road to get there yet. The traction control is nice. It's got 1, 2, and 3. 1 being the least intrusive, and I don't feel it too much on dry pavement when it's on 1. It'll just, maybe if I'm in a little bit of a lean going over a line on the street, like a painted line, it might kick in a little bit if I'm accelerating. But other than that, it doesn't interfere too much. 3 is nice if you're in the rain, and that it kicks in once in a while taking off from a stop. But the traction control is a really nice, insurance plan to have in case shit goes wrong. The power modes, really, I don't even know why they put the power mode on it the way they did. It's got low and high, and low only reduces it to about 80%, I think, above 6,000 RPMs. I've tried it. I tried it a few times. There really isn't that much of a difference, but I didn't really get on it when I was in low, so it might make a little bit of a difference. The seat could be a little bit more comfortable. That's really the one gripe that I have. I do a lot of long distance rides. Obviously, if I've only had the bike for, you know, a little over 2 months, and I almost have 3,000 miles on it. So this seat can get hard after a while. So that's going to probably be my next upgrade, my next mod. um, the seating position is fairly aggressive because it's a super sport, but it's still it's still not uncomfortable after a while. It's I don't have a problem if you just squeeze the tank with your legs a little bit. Um, you can take some of the pressure off your wrists, and it's not so bad. So I don't really have any, you know, other than the seat. As far as comfort goes, I really have no problems on long distance rides. The mirrors kind of suck. Just like, I don't know, I've had three Kawasaki's now, three Ninjas, a 250, a 650, and the 636, and all the mirrors kind of suck. You have to move your elbows out of the way, so I kind of expected that. Um, I think that's about it. The suspension was a huge, even before I tuned it a little bit, the suspension is a huge upgrade. I'm coming off riding a 650 for almost a year. The suspension was a huge upgrade. It makes a huge difference. This bike is so flickable, and it holds its line in the turns. It's really awesome. But I think that's about it. So hope to see you guys again soon.